everyone, I am going to explain question number 3rd and question number 4th of exercise 1.1 of class 10. The question is subtract by Vedic method. So when you have to subtract it, separately just write down the number by leaving some gap, because in this ekadika, dot and base also we have to write down. So students, if they are not written here any measurements like meter, kilometer or hour, second, like this, that time the base of each column is going to be 10. So just see, the base is 10 for every column. Now we'll start by subtraction process by units place column. So we have to subtract 6 and 7. But since 7 is greater than 6, so you can't subtract 7 directly by 6. So we have to find out its complementary number. So to find out the complementary number, this 7 you have to subtract from 10. Means we have to think what to add in 7 to get 10. So the answer is 3. So 3 is the complementary digit of 7. So the 3 you have to add in 6. So answer will come 9. See the steps what I wrote here. 7 is greater than 6. So 7 cannot be subtracted from 6. So we add complementary number of 7, that is 3. So how to find out complementary number of any number? Subtract it from the base. So 7 when subtracted from 10, answer is 3. So the complementary number of 7 is 3. That 3 you have to add in 6. So answer will come here 9. Now since we had not subtracted it directly, we had took the help of complementary number. That's why you have to put here ekadika dot. Now because of this ekadika dot, this 6 becomes 7. Now you have to subtract 7 from 5, which is not possible. That's why we have to subtract, we have to find out the complementary digit of 7. So you have to subtract this 7 from 10. So answer will come 3. So 3 plus 5 is 8. In the same way, here also we had not subtracted directly. We took the help of complementary number. So you have to put ekadika dot. So what is it now? It's 5. Again 5 you can't subtract from 3. So 5's complementary number, you have to subtract this 5 from 10. The answer will come 5. That 5 and 3 just add. That will give you 8. Right here 8. Now again since we not subtracted it directly, that's why you have to put the ekadika dot on 0. So because of this ekadika dot, this is become 1, because 1 plus 0 is 1. Now you can subtract this 1 from 8. There is no need of complementary digit. So directly subtract this 1 from 8. That will give you 7. Now since we subtracted it directly, we had not took the help of complementary number. That's why there is no need of ekadika dot here. So don't put any dot over the 7. Now 7 and 9 just subtract. That will give you 2. So this is the answer for this question. So students, sometime if the question will come in 3 marks or 2 marks, you have to write down the steps. So steps you just explain only for one column and then write down the remaining process will be completed by same way. So just write down the 7 is greater than 6. So 7 cannot be subtracted from 6. Then what we had done, we found the complementary number of this 7 and then we added it to the 6 and then we wrote here 9. And because of this complementary digit help, you have to put ekadika dot on 6. So this process you have to explain here. So we add complementary number of 7, that is 3 to 6, which is equal to 9, and we will write this obtained 9 at units place of answer. Along that we mark an ekadika dot on 6, which is just before 7. That's it. So similarly remaining subtraction process will be completed. So this question is completed. Now we will move to the next question, that is also subtraction. Subtract by Vedic method. Now in this question, just see, this question is different from question number 3rd and it's important question also students by board exams point of view. So understand properly. So in this question, just see, we have means the digits are categorized into hour, minute and second. And you know that in 1 hour 60 minutes is there and in 1 minute 60 second. Sorry, in 1 hour 60 minute is there and in 1 minute 60 second is there. That's why the base when we write, we have to be very careful. When you will write down the base of 6 seconds, because in 1 minute how many seconds are there? 60. So just split it, that 60 as 6 into 10. So 10 becomes the base of the units column of second, and 6 becomes the base of tens column of the second. That is the importance of this question. The students should take care about the selection of the base numbers of each columns. Now again, as I explained to you, in 1 hour 60 minutes is there. So that 60 you should split as 6 into 10. So 10 just give to the units column of this minute group, and 6 becomes the base of tens column of this minute. Now in hour, for each column you have to write down 10 as the base. That is the process. So I hope the bases are clear for each column. Now how we had subtracted in question number 3, in the same way we will subtract this also. So see, the first set of numbers which we have to subtract is, we have to subtract 7 from 5. We cannot subtract 7 from 5, so we will find out its complementary number. For complementary number, this 7 you just subtract from 10. So 10 minus 7, the answer is 3. 3 just add in 5, that will give you 8. Now since we had subtracted with the help of complementary numbers, so you have to put ekadika dot here. So it becomes 6. Now this 6 you have to subtract from 2, but we cannot subtract. That's why you have to find out its complementary number. So this 6, what is the base number here? 6. So this is also 6 and this is also 6. So 6 subtracted from 6, answer is 0. That 0 just add in 2, so that will give you 2. So the process is going on like this. First find out the complementary number by subtracting the 7 by 10. Then what answer will come, that you have to add here. In the same way, it's 6. 6 minus 6 is 0, and 0 plus 2 is 2. So first you have to subtract to find out the complementary number. Then you have to add that complementary number to this 2 to get this 2. Now since we had took the help of complementary number, so we have to put ekadika dot on the number which is appearing just before 5. So before this 5, the number which is appearing is 8. Though it is minute, then also we have to take it as, and then here put the ekadika mark, that is dot, so it becomes 9. Now 9 is greater than 6, we cannot subtract, so find out its complementary number. So 10 minus 9 is 1, 1 plus 6 is 7. So how we are done? First subtract it from 10, so answer came as 1, then 1 you just add in 6, that is 7. Now since again we had subtracted it by the complementary number, that's why one extra ekadika dot will come here, so it becomes 6. So 6 you cannot subtract from 2, so 6 minus 6 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. So what I had done, first subtract it to find out from 6 to find out the complementary number. So this 6 subtracted from this 6, answer came as 0, and 0 plus 2 is 2. Now because we subtracted it by complementary digit number, that's why you have to put ekadika dot here, so it becomes 9. Again 9 we cannot subtract from 1, that's why you have to find out its complementary number. So what we'll do to find out the complementary number, this 9 you just subtract from 10, that will give you answer 1. That 1 you have to add with this 1, so answer becomes 2. So put ekadika dot here, so this 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 you can subtract, that is 3 minus 2 is 1. So the answer is 12 hours, 27 minutes and 28 seconds. So write down the steps. If the question comes in 2 or 3 marks, steps are important. So here students, first when we write down the steps, we should explain why we selected this base. So that means you should write down the base for each column. That is our steps. So first step is for units place column in minute and second. So units place column is, this is the units place column of seconds and this is the units place column of minute. So what is the base for units place column? Here also 10 and here also 10. So that is the step. For units place column in minute and second, the base is 10. Now for tens place column in second and tens place column in minute, the base is 6. So that you just write down. For tens place column in minute and second, the base is 6. And for hour, the base are 10 for both units as well as tens place. Then how we had subtracted, that you have to explain in your own language. So as I explained here, you can read it or you can write down in your own language. So like this, question number 4 is completed, and after explaining one or two steps, write down. Similarly, remaining subtraction portions will be completed. Thank you.